Right back. Welcome, 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 welcome. Um, it's episode dos of the show, A Bird's Eye View. Hold on. Got it. It took me off. A Bird's Eye View. I always say a bird's eye view. I mean the bird's eye view. But we got quite a few quite a few topics to run through today. The I don't like why is it like so little of me being so weird? It's a weird cutout. The S&P 500 all-time highs, everybody. All-time highs. Let's look at the news. Um, wow, they're not actually. Well, I'm not saying coverage for that like that. They're not making a big deal out of it like that. But let's take a peek at it real quick. No. Take a peek, take a peek, take a peek, take a peek, take a peek. Let's take this off. Because I don't know if there's a problem or not. Hmm. Ugh, ugh, ugh. All right. Take a look at SPX. Let's take a look at SPX. Do that. Do that. Do that. All right. So if we go on fuck the high, just about the highest time frame you can go on. This is, as you can see, all the way back here is 1985. Up here is 2023, 2024 area. We just hit the highest point she's ever been at. If you don't keep up with this stuff, you don't have to. That's why you watch my show. That's why I'm here to tap you in with what's going on. The S&P 500 is the top 500 stocks in that NYSE. Um and it just hit and closed above strongly the highest point it ever has. So what does that mean? Um it's good earnings for a lot of companies for sure. That means a lot of companies are doing very well, or they're just saying they are, and this is about to fall out of the sky. And granted, I ain't gonna lie, I've been waiting to see just a little bit of weakness for a sell. Um, this right here, like all this right here, everybody was excited about all this. This is just icing on the cake right here going on. But this icing, icing can be bitter sometimes, and it's most likely going to start selling off pretty soon. Me and my camp we have some entries plotted and some exits plotted for when she starts showing some weakness. But for right now, we're just waiting and letting this bullishness play out. You know what I mean? It's gonna do what it does. China's economy is crashing. Yeah. They're going through deflation. You know how like we're having inflation, they're having deflation for like the past like 16 months straight. People are losing jobs because there's so much like I think it's like they're making too much money and they're producing too many products and their citizens aren't buying shit. So their economy is going through deflation. And I don't mean to laugh at that. Anybody that has like, sentiment towards the country of China, but like that's tough. It's like, you know, opposite of what we got going on really. Their economy's doing too well, quote unquote. Not really. I mean, as you can see, it's having repercussions. When you have so many producers producing so much for so cheap, and then like people are making so much money, it's like they don't have to spend all their money, everything's cheap. It's like so their dollars aren't cycling how they're supposed to or how they were planned to, I believe, something like that. um, damn that topic, chat. I mean, listen. In other news and in media stuff, people are saying that Beyonce actually stole Aaliyah's spotlight. I think people have probably been saying that for a while, but like, I guess it's like resurfacing again for some reason right now, or being talked about again right now for some reason. Um, I mean, Beyonce was just next up. I feel like they always say whoever was next up stole it from the last person, but it's like, granted, Aaliyah was in her prime when shit went left, but like, I mean. There's a that when something like that happens, there's a power vacuum. It's gonna be filled by somebody. So it's like in that case, you can blame it on whoever's next up, no matter what. So it's just like, at a point, where do you just like let it go? um, ooh, let's look at I want to show y'all the Biden makes some remarks because he had, they had the investigation because he had some mishandled some classified documents and whatnot. And um, um basically he's addressing everybody with the extra accusations and whatnot because there was why is this an hour long? That's not the one I saw. Mm-mm. Actually, go back to YouTube. Just search it in the YouTube bar. You know, you know. Dang, my search bar is not like doing the. You feel me? Like giving me the swoop like that. For real. Um. Oh God. All right, here we go.
For dark roads, Sylvania lighting experts
Oh
design
God, the
LEDs for
ads.
better visibility.
Oh God,
See
the
better tonight
ads.
when you upgrade today. Visit Sylvania.com or the auto parts professionals at these retailers. Switch to H&R
Oh
Block.
God, the
File
ads.
free on your own, like a champ.
GOV. CNBC. Say a bunch of BS. But when they get to the questions is when they get.
Was respond with the words watch me. Many American people have been watching and they have expressed concerns about your age.
That is your judgment. That is your judgment. That is not the judgment of the press.
My guy.
Mr. President, in December, you told me that you believe there are many other Democrats who could defeat Donald Trump. So why does it have to be you now? What is your answer to
I'm the
that
most
question?
qualified person in this country to be president of the United States and finish the job I started.
No, you're not. That is a bold-faced lie. That look, hey, listen. Hey, listen. You almost 90 years old. There's no 90-year-old that I believe is qualified to run this here country in 2024. What? Have you seen this country lately? It's like Donald Trump is the best we got, and he's barely qualified. He's the only and the only reason I say he's the best we got is because he wants everybody to stop fighting. All the other candidates want to feed the flames more. They just want to feed the flames of war more because they line in their pockets. Donald Trump been rich his whole life. You feel me? Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand. Donald Trump been rich his whole life. He not in this politics for the money. No. He's literally just having a ball. He's living his best right now. Like that's really what he's doing. He's just taking his business mindset into running the country. All these other folks, now, a lot of them, of course, were silver spoon, yeah, but they wasn't Donald Trump rich growing up, man. They trying to get right with their pockets for real, for real. You feel me? That's why all of them are own a little bit of stock in a lot of these, aerotech companies and weapons manufacturing companies. I'm not finna name a whole bunch of names, so I don't get shadow banned, but you understand what I'm talking about, like. If you just look at all the debates going on, if you actually watch listen to what they're saying, and listen to their candidate, like you'll understand all of them want to fight. All of them want to fight for real, and like they make. I'm not gonna say that they don't make good points for like why the U.S. might throw some hands over there, but like it's like. You got this other candidate that's just like, nah, I'm gonna make everybody else stop fighting instead. You know what I mean? It's like that's a better option. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't it? Peace. Peace among people, That's what we want. That's what we want. We can listen to a little more of this because they was grilling, buddy.
I didn't want him to not, I didn't read it to him, was I had written a long memorandum to President Obama why we should not be in Afghanistan. And there's multiple pages. And so what I was referring to, I said classified, I should have said should be private because it was a contact between the president and the vice president as to what was going on.
Oh, so he missed
That's
out.
what it was.
It was a private matter, not a classified one. Apparent at one of these classified situations, that's probably doesn't cover it all, of course, because like his staff was moving stuff in and out the office apparently.
When you look back at this incident, is there anything you would do differently now? And do you think that a special prosecutor should have been appointed in the first place in both of these cases?
First of all, what I would have done is oversee the transfer of the material that was in my office.
He moves so slow.
I have to go back, didn't have the responsibility of that.
Oh, listen. He's having to explain somebody else's mishap because obviously he don't really run things. You know what I mean? Like he says over and over in this press interview that his staff moved it. Like, it was his staff was moving stuff from his office, his house, office, back and forth, all that other. Well, that just screams to me that, like, dog, you're not in control. Now, granted, of course, I don't think politicians, of course, the president of the United States, are moving, like crates of documents back and forth. But the thing is, they are aware of when they get moved. You feel me? Like, the only reason, like, the president should be taking documents home is to do some review. You know what I mean? Like to do some reading, checking up on things, you feel me? Some the late night, burning the late night oil, you know what I'm saying? But if he had no knowledge of the chance of that, that means that that's not what was happening. You know what I mean? Like, so uh I don't have any hard allegations on what it could have been. I just know that that's what it screams. You know what I'm saying? Word is bond. But let's move on. Let's move on. Spirit Airlines. Hey yo, the government just did them dirty. Let's see if I can find an article on it. Um, the government just did Spirit dirty. So okay, they tried to do a merger with what was it, JetBlue, and the government blocked it on antitrust laws. Um, basically saying it would be eliminating the options for customers, and these are like the laws that stop monopolies from happening and whatnot. But it's like Spirit, Spirit was on its last, like what I'm saying was, but they're on their last legs right now. And them blocking this merger, because the merger was the only thing that was going to keep that company and all employees really there and afloat. Now they're about to be bankrupt. I think 2 years ago or so, it was like they had -8%. Last year it was -11% on their profit margins. That's terrible. They're losing money. And like they went from being like, what was it? I think a $6 billion company. Now they're worth like 680 million. That's terrible. Um, but yeah, the federal court is not. I don't know why it keeps cutting. I'm sorry, it keeps cutting out like that, guys. Um, but yeah, that's the power of the federal court right now. And of course, most of you probably wouldn't fly on Spirit anyway. And I feel like it's like partially like their plummet right now, at least for the past decade, really, has been large in part to social media and like public opinion, because like nobody wants to fly Spirit. They think they're gonna die. It's like I don't know. Me personally, I don't know where the whole atmosphere of we all hate Spirit come from. I've never. Yes, I have. I have flown on Spirit, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, like it wasn't like super nice, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, but it was a really, really, really long time ago, so I don't have a super good recollection of it. But as far as I hear publicly, it's garbage. You know what I'm saying? Trash. But it's not like it wasn't like super bad enough for me, my experience, for it to imprint on me and remember like fuck Spirit. You know what I mean? Like so. Government just did them in. Said they couldn't do it. They just killed that company. Um, and then before we get up out of here, I want to hit on my dog. We're gonna go a little bit backwards and hit on my dog Trizon. Cause he talking his ish. He talking his ish. Listen. Um, he went to her state. He went to her state to go talk that talk, y'all. Y'all, he went to her state to go talk that talk. And he's calling out NATO in this speech. And it's like, and this is part of why I was saying he wants to stop. He's talking about stopping war. Granted, he may not hear that. He may not actually, that may not be his 100% true agenda, but that's the only one he's standing on. That's the only one that's standing on that publicly. You know what I mean? So it's like, uh, hard to ignore.
That he puts all of these countries first. He puts Hamas first. He puts Hezbollah first. He puts the environmental maniacs first, and I'm all for the environment. Nobody is more for it than me. But they're
Man, that man is orange. Hold on, I want to get to where he was talking at Edge.
billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. No president has taken 10 cents out of hundreds of billions of dollars.
I want to get to that make him pay part because he talking. Listen,
So Nikki may have started her career in South Carolina, but she's now 100% the candidate of Wall Street and the war machine. She wants to go to war with everybody. She wants to kill people. Kill people. Countries that don't want us there. Countries that don't want us
I
there.
know, I get it. I know y'all don't like Trump, but like you gotta hear him out a little bit, a little bit. Oh, oh.
I just put it out. They want to give like almost $100 billion to a few countries. $100 billion. And I said, I'm telling you, this is breaking news. We have breaking news. Why do you do this? If you do, you give them not $100 billion. You give it to them as a loan. It's called a loan. Give them the money. And if they can pay it back, they pay it back. If they can't pay it back, they don't have to pay it back because, you know, they've got some problems. But if they go to another nation, they drop us like a dog, like a female drops a male after a baby. She doesn't like it, right?
Yo,
That happens to our country. Simply,
hey yo, this man is stupid.
money and then they go to another side. As an example, let's say we give all this money. We were already into Ukraine for over $200 billion. And
B,
make a deal with Russia in the next 3 weeks, and all of a
two
sudden, they don't deal
B's.
with us anymore. We get hundreds of billions of dollars. And why are we at over $200 billion? And the European nations are, if you add them up, it's a really
Two
precise economy.
O B.
So we're 200 plus, and it affects them much more. We have a thing called an ocean between us, right? Affects them much more. But we're at 200. They're at 250. I did the same thing with NATO. I got them to pay up. NATO was busted until I came along. I said, everybody's going to pay. They said, well, if we don't pay, are you still going to protect us? I said, absolutely not. They couldn't believe the answer.
Hell no.
You never saw
Hell no. We
Secretary
need the bread
General
back. What is you
Stoltenberg.
talking about? We need all that cash in my hand.
And they all owed money, and they wouldn't pay it. I came
We
in, I
need
made a
all of
speech, and
that.
they said, you gotta pay up. They asked me that question. One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He says, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You gotta pay.
Oh no.
You
Oh
gotta pay
no.
your bill.
Oh no. That's far. That's a little too
And the
much.
money
And
keeps
see,
flowing
you
in.
see how he be on it, and then he say a little too much. He always said just a little too much.
Politicians said to that, yes, we will protect you from any such. Well, then they're never paying up. I said, no, you have to understand, you don't pay your bills, you get no protection. It's very simple. Hundreds of billions of dollars came into NATO, and that's why they have money today, because of what I did. And then I hear that they like Obama better. They should like Obama better. You know why? Because he didn't ask for anything. We were like the stupid country of the world, and we're not going to be the stupid country of the world.
Hey yo.
We're not going to be.
Hey, he talking.
We're bad.
Hey, he talking though. He talking though. He talking though. He talking though. Oh, Obama wasn't making nobody pay up. He said, "Give me that cash in my hand. I need that. I need that in my
And I like
hand."
Zelensky because during the hoax of, the impeachment hoax, they said I made a threatening phone call.
All right,
And when they asked him, he said, no, it wasn't.
that's enough of that. If y'all wanna watch the full speech, y'all can go over to Sky News. Shout out to Sky News. They keep it hot with going on. I don't know where they stand on politically or nothing like that. They just, you feel me, post a lot of shit. You feel me? So shouts out to them. Finna get out of here. I got some things to do, but y'all go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. We got more episodes, more content, more music. Got a whole lot coming. Uh, and pretty soon we're gonna be launching the How to Trade course. So it's like a lot of content's being edited and whatnot right now. So we're getting that together. But more announcements will be coming soon for sure on that. If you're I'll go ahead and say this, if you're under 18 for like the first month when it drops, you're gonna get it for free. So let your nephews, nieces, sons, cousins, if they want to learn how to invest right before they turn 18. So as soon as they turn 18, they're ready to know how to, you feel me, take on the world for real. Because you know what I'm saying, we gotta get to the kids. Yeah. Make sure they know I'm a slide onto one of the platforms, whether it be dropping a comment here or sliding into the DMs of one of the TDD profiles anywhere. Do that. Get yourself on the waiting list. Get some of your peoples on the waiting list, because you know, why not get it for free? Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay amazing.